elevator to or through hell, depending on who you're talking to, on Much East. Rick, what have you got in your hand there? Let's show that right off the bat, because I just got this, but how long has this been out?
Oh, wow. Last August, yeah. It's had kind of a good, the way we do everything else, just a slow introduction to the world. Nothing ever gets too pushed or blown out of proportion with it.
I love that cover, though.
Yeah,
although everybody looks like they're right out of a horror movie or something. Tara was very scary in that show.
Yeah, someone told us it's like a psychedelic cover that wasn't trying to be like a retro psychedelic cover. It's on its own. We didn't try to put the little stereo thing and all that.
Right.
But
it's still on Sub Pop, though, yes?
Yeah.
And that relationship is continuing and everything is okay?
Yeah, we didn't know what was happening for a while. They closed a lot of their Canadian office down and a lot of stuff fell apart, but we're one of the only ones left again now, so
all right.
Hopefully it'll last a bit longer. We're going to do another record anyway with them, for sure. So
now this is Elevator to Hell. Is this band still Elevator to Hell, or is it Elevator through Hell, or what?
I'll show the back. Yeah, it's Elevator through Hell, I guess, technically, for this one.
But on the spine they put Elevator to Hell. But the intention was this one was Elevator to Hell.
That was our fault.
And the next album.
Something better to think about.
Now, is there any particular reason you decided to go with the Elevator through Hell, or is this just something you sort of wake up every day and figure out whether you're in it or going on your way?
No, Elevator to Hell was a good song title, but it was a little bit of a... we're too superstitious to have it as a band name. It was following us around.
Oh, yeah.
Like this crazy name, so we put the through just so it represented more of our journey through it, not the end place we'd end up. So we're going to try to get rid of the hell word altogether, I think, someday, but you can't get rid of something like that right off the bat. It's like trying to quit something cold turkey.
Leaves me without something better to think about. There's supposed to be a lot of rain.
We want this album to be heard, and we're pushing it and stuff like that.
Well, what have you been doing with yourself since it came out?
Yeah, we did a tour in the last summer, a big Canada-wide tour, and then we did some of the States for a few weeks in the fall. And then just 2 or 3 weeks ago, we were up in Ontario for a couple of weeks. And now we're going to do a few more big tours this summer, and we're trying to put out an EP, which I think is coming out for sure on Murder Records, I think, when? Around, like, May?
Mid or late May, hopefully.
Yeah, it's just like this 21-minute long soundtrack to a movie we're working on. So
the movie that you're making?
Yeah, just like so the whole soundtrack's done. I decided to do the sound to it first, and now we're gonna film it. That's a bit of a new song, just from the soundtrack of our movie. Compared it a bit to to Eric's trip with when we had Love Tara out, and then we did the Gordon Street Haunting EP, which in our minds is one of our strongest Eric Strip little things that goes a lot unknown. It's only this 5-song Eric Strip thing that symbolized a good time period, I find, for Eric Strip, and I feel that's kind of where we are now a bit. Like we're in this just crossover again, it's kind of a haunted EP that we did. So it'll be good after this, which was, I see this mainly as a record that was filled with some, a lot of bad vibes and stuff that we had in us from that year of crossing over from Eric's Trip to Elevator, and it's dreamy, too, because
it's a pretty dark-sounding record in spots.
Yeah, and it's really dreamy in parts, too, because it was a pretty surreal adventure we put ourselves on there.
Follow me going into the woods from the staircase alone over where spirit appeared under a rock. Girlfriend already was there.
Well, is all of this stuff easy to find if you're heavily into this band, or do you have to be practically pen pals with you guys
Well,
to
there's
keep
always
track of a lot of this stuff?
Some of it.
Well, thankfully that we're on a label, so our full-length stuff is relatively easy to get. But, the 7-inch singles and stuff like that, that's always more from the band and stuff like that. So that's the stuff we take on tour with us, or they write. But it's nice to have both sides of it, because I like to think of our stuff being available coast to coast in stores about us, after literally putting it in there. So good thing for the major distribution, but I always want to keep putting out EPs and 7 inches on an underground label of, like 500 copies or something like that. And so there's always those two sides of the band, so if you're really into the band, you can pick up more or whatever.
Finally make up our minds which video we're going to play after this?
I'd like to see Second Conscience.
Yeah,
the new.
That's the one you sent me on VHS, right? So
yeah, and that's one of the ones they have now, Much Music. So thanks to some running around we did there one day in Toronto, we managed to get it dubbed and brought to them on the proper cassette this time. So
okay.
So I don't know if everyone knows that, but Mike played our little VHS cassette on the air there for Bad Thoughts. So thanks a lot for that.
No, I like that one. And this one's very cool too. But is this sort of like? Well, I have to assume that it's the sort of approach that you'd like to take to video.
Yeah, a bit. It's a Second Conscience is kind of a sort of a nightmare song, like to us anyway. So we just wanted to make sort of a haunted-looking film, and I guess only real film can do that. So.
And you scratched around in on?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah, just to try to get that strobe effect. And I've never done that before, so...
Well, you got the strobe effect, all right.
Yeah. That was actually a big cardboard wheel we had spinning in front of the movie camera with holes cut out. It works like a pretty good strobe effect. You just have the hole going.
Still in our secret.
Yeah, I better not be giving the Edwood filmmaking school techniques out.
Don't tell anyone how much you like Angora sweater this evening.